13 huge EastEnders spoilers for next week 14 to the 17th of August 2023. 1. Tommy is in trouble with Alfie. Phil turns up at the bookies and asks Alfie to mind Tommy and Ernie while Kat is away. When a downbeat Freddie arrives for a pep talk with Alfie, he unknowingly lets slip that Tommy revealed the truth about where to find Graham. Alfie and Tommy have a huge row about this back at number 55 before Tommy heads to the park with his new friend Perry. 2. Eve is intrigued by a mystery newcomer. Suki is unsettled when she overhears a woman called Kaz looking for Eve in the cafe. Jealous, Suki stops Bernie from sharing information on Eve's whereabouts, assuming she's a new love interest. When Eve hears she has a secret admirer, she heads to the cafe to investigate and agrees to go on a date with her. 3. Alfie and Tommy clash again. Alfie is horrified when he finds Tommy and orders him home, where the pair clash again. Phil intercepts and shares some harsh views on Alfie's parenting. Alfie tries to make amends with Tommy afterwards but is left injured following another row with his son. 4. Stacy arranges to see Theo. Theo invites Stacy out for a drink, sensing her anxiety over her upcoming viability assessment to check if she's a suitable guardian for Lily's baby. A delusional Theo assumes it's a date and is annoyed when Eve turns up to join them. When Stacy encourages Eve to move on with Amanda, Eve claps back and insists Stacy stops leading Theo on. Taking Eve's advice, Stacy reiterates to Theo that they will only ever be friends. 5. Alfie heads to the hospital. Alfie tries to smooth things over with Tommy and apologizes for being an absent father. However, things soon turn sour when Alfie forbids him from seeing Perry again. Having heard about the incident from the day before, Phil tells Alfie that Tommy has also lashed out at Kat in the past, and they decide to take him to the boxing den. While they are there, Phil notices Alfie is still grimacing in pain and demands he visit the hospital. 6. Bobby and Anna grow closer. Bobby asks Anna to help him arrange a surprise birthday party for Bernie in an attempt to spend more time with her. Anna agrees but is unconvinced by Bobby's plans and tries to get a struggling Freddie on board instead. Freddie can't face it initially but changes his mind following a heart-to-heart with Anna, where they bond over their shared experience of being let down by absent parents. 7. Suki sparks concern. Eve and Suki have an awkward encounter in the Minute Mart, but just as Eve is about to leave, Suki almost faints. After her dizzy spell, Suki dismisses Nish and Vinny's worries, insisting she's fine to work. Eve is also concerned and implores Suki to see the doctors. Vinny tries to encourage his mum to open up about her feelings, but Suki demands he keep out of her personal life and show her some respect. When Suki opens up about her low mood, Vinny convinces her to attend a pamper session at Fox and Hare. 8. Bobby worries about Freddie and Anna. Freddie tries to play matchmaker between Anna and Bobby by bowing out of their party planning meeting. When Bobby tries to pretend he's someone he's not, Anna makes excuses and says she has to work. Bernie's birthday party is a roaring success, but Bobby starts to worry that Anna may have feelings for Freddie. 9. Alfie reels from some shocking news. Alfie struggles to process the news he received at the hospital and attempts to distract himself by providing support to Linda, who's debating whether to fight for custody of Mick and Janine's baby. Alfie agrees to meet the solicitor with Linda, but has more pressing matters to contend with as he heads to the hospital again later that day. Afterwards, he gets drunk at Peggy's and falls out with Phil. 10. Eve makes a shock discovery. Stacy sees Eve has a date later with Kaz, who's posing as Amanda. When Stacy is spooked by another letter from her stalker, Eve decides not to go on the date after all. Stacy encourages her to go regardless, but the evening is awkward, and Eve goes to leave. Amanda stops her in her tracks and reveals her true identity as Caroline. 11. Stacy supports Eve. Stacy supports Eve as she reels from recent events and advises her against seeing Caroline again. As Stacy prepares for her visit from the social workers, Eve goes against her advice and decides to meet Caroline at Walford East. 12. Alfie hides a sad secret. Alfie apologizes to Linda for missing the meeting, but she's quick to notice he's not his usual self. As he continues to struggle with what's happening, Alfie is unenthusiastic about spending more time in the boxing den with Tommy and Phil. Tommy raises concern when he squares up to another young lad before explaining that he's worried about
Eve
Alfie.
lashes out,
having seen him
Eve
heading
is
to the
overcome
hospital
with
the day
emotion
before,
following
her meeting with Caroline. When Theo feigns concern for her well-being, Eve bursts into a rage and trashes the kitchen. Lily and Stacy are then left to distract the social worker, who has just arrived for the assessment.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của OK Soát Spoiler. Trong video này, chúng tôi đã tiết lộ các bạn 14 tình tiết mới nhất bộ phim EastEnders sẽ diễn ra trong tuần tới từ ngày 10 đến ngày 13 tháng 4 năm 2023. Điều gì sẽ xảy ra ở Walford? Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video tiếp theo.